Here's 5 reasons why salesmen, you might be one of them, have such a bad reputation.
You know that this right here forever. And there will be no surrender. This right here go rev.
If you're a salesman, like you know, some people look at you like you're sleazy, like a sleazy car salesman, or even the person you walk into the furniture store, hey, how you doing? And you're like, stay back. Like you got like your cross in your garlic, like they're a vampire. Stay back, stay back. You ever feel that way? You call up a family, they're like, what do you want? Because they think you're trying to sell them something. Look, I'm gonna give you 5 reasons why salesmen or even entrepreneurs or business owners like trying to sell their program, product, or service have such a bad reputation. So look, you might be guilty of one of these, but look, don't beat yourself up about it. I'm gonna show you how to overcome these 5. Like reason number 1, you're not even a powerful master. You don't even try. You're so, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. You're not powerful. Look, if you're not powerful because you haven't practiced, that would be like a boxer stepping into the boxing ring with a true professional. Get knocked out, nobody wants to see that. So if you're guilty of this, but if you're guilty of being needy or desperate or such a rookie or even just such a beginner that you haven't even tried to better yourself, like people look at you like all they think is desperate, sleazy. Rule number 2, which I just talked about, is you're really needy. No one likes a needy salesman. My goodness, have you ever walked in to buy a car and like, hey, how you doing? 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 And you're like, whoa! It's the same thing online. How many of you go to either LinkedIn or Facebook, and as soon as you log in, hey, I noticed your profile. Hey, I help people just like you to develop and generate leads. Would you like to jump on the phone for 15 minutes? It's like, come on, dog. I mean, that's like walking up to someone who's beautiful and you're singing, you're like, hey, you want to get it on, bow, chicka, wow, wow. Like, dude, you would never do that. So why do that in sales? Don't be needy. Don't be desperate. You got to ask yourself, am I desperate for money now? I get it. You might be in a job where you need the money, but you don't have to come off like you need the money. So don't do that, right? Reason number 3 why salespeople have such a bad reputation is simply this. You're focusing 100% on you. You're like, well, yeah, but no. Instead of focusing on the client, the prospect, you're worried about what you look like. You're worried about like your boobs, your lipstick. You're worried about like your shirts and your cars, and you're worried about the offer, and you're worried about what would they think about me, and you're worried about what the sales team or what the boss is gonna think about you. Look, that gets you looking desperate and weak, and it doesn't work. The greatest thing you can do, focus 100% on the prospect. Focus on their wants, their needs. In other words, forget about yourself. Focus on them. Reason number 4 why salespeople have such a bad reputation, they don't give people what they want. They don't give the prospect what the prospect wants. They give the prospect what the salesman wants. Isn't that crazy? There was a time I went to buy a vehicle. Look, I love cars. So you can tell I talk about cars. I like cars, trucks. And I walk in and I say, I'm gonna buy a car today. And that's how I am when I buy my cars. I'm like, hey, I want this kind of car. How fast can I get in and out? Like, I just don't want to deal with all this stuff. I know what I want. And the salesman comes over and he's like, oh, you're looking for this car for your wife. Well, have you considered this car over here? I'm like, dummy, hit yourself with a hammer right in the face, please. Look, if you want to be known as sleazy or like arrogant, try to give customers what you want. No. The most powerful salespeople, they give the prospect what the prospect wants. And the final piece of why salespeople have a bad reputation, right? They're looked at, oh, avoid them, don't make eye contact, is because they'll sell anything to anyone for any price. They'll sell something to their grandma and they'll take her money. They'll even sell their grandma, or they'll sell their soul to the devil. That's why salesmen have such a bad rap. But the way to do that is believe 100% in your program. Believe in what you're selling. And if you have a hard time making the offer, making the pitch, doing the presentation, if you have a hard time asking for the close, asking for the sale, you gotta check yourself. Because you might not really believe in the program, because once you do, it's easy. You ask people for the sale, yes or no. You go and sell hard. You'd sell more ferociously if you believe 100% in what you're selling. So look, Don't be one of those sales guys that's needy and desperate, and they'll sell their soul to the devil, and they don't care about the prospect, right? They don't become a master. Don't do that. Do the opposite and watch your sales skyrocket. Watch your life skyrocket. Watch your marriage and relationships level up. It's all about power, and that's what we're talking about here. You know those 5 things I just said don't do? I actually have a program called the Power Selling Pillars. Right? Number 1 is who you are is everything, becoming a master. Number 2, eradicate neediness and desperation. Number 3, focus 100% on the prospect. Number 4, give the prospect what they want. And number 5, absolutely believe 100% in what you sell. If you want that, there's a link below. Click it, get it for free, and go have an amazing session just going through the pillars so it can change your life. And of course, as always, this makes a difference. Tag someone, share this on, help us move this message of the prosperity revolution so we can help people all over the world to be better human beings so that we have a better planet. Thanks so much for watching. Click below, do it now. I'll see you in the next one.